guys, it is your girl Lauren and welcome back to another video. As I'm filming this, guys, Texas, the entire state of Texas is going through its huge winter storm, Arctic blast, cold winter, I don't know. This has never happened to us. Texans, we don't deal with this. I think it's like 15 degrees outside and I have no power, which meant that I naturally wanted to film a video, and we are doing a repot today. I haven't done a repot in months, maybe like 4, 5, 6 months, because repots tend not to be my most popular videos, but honestly, repots are my favorite planty activity, and I thought I would sit down, chat with you guys about my 2021 plant goals / intentions, and plant up some plants. Yeah, but we have a lot going on. There's a lot of plants that have been rooting in sphagnum moss that I'm going to transfer to soil, and your girl made a bunch of moss poles, which was really fun, to better stake up a lot of my tall plants, which are mainly philodendrons. So if you guys are ready to hear more about my plant 21 goals and just see me pot some of my favorite plants, then stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to roll up my sweater, put my gloves on, and let's get going. I think I am going to do kind of a trade-off between the plants I actually have to repot versus the plants that I'm just restaking with the moss poles that I made. So the first plant I am going to start off with is my variegated bird's nest fern, and she's not doing that hot. I think it's because she's outgrown her pot for a very long time and she's been needing a better home, and life just got really busy. But this is her. You can see there are some beautiful streaks. It looks like a painting to me. It looks gorgeous, but you can tell she's a little crispy. And the weather has just been so crazy in Houston that she hasn't been getting consistent humidity. She lives in my bedroom, but other than the humidity issue, I know she's been needing a bigger pot because she's going through water so fast. Like probably every 2 days I have to water her, and sometimes that doesn't happen. My old soil blend consisted of cocoa coir, perlite, orchid bark, and mosquito bits, but since then I added fertilizer, cocoa chips, cocoa husk. The husk I'm not that much of a fan of, but I mean it's still nice, and pumice. I think pumice has been the really big game changer for me, and I'm really enjoying it. So it's very thick, very chunky, and I think it's been doing really well for my plants. I think one day I want to try and transfer my plants into a non-soil blend at all. I know one of my planty friends uses just orchid bark, perlite, and pumice as her mix, and that's it. And her plants do really well in that. So I'm thinking of maybe one day in the future doing that. Now let's talk about my 2021 plant goals. So for those of you guys that are new, I've gotten a lot of new subscribers lately, which I am so thankful and appreciative of. I still can't believe it. I just want to pinch myself when I see more and more people subscribing to my plant family. It means the world to me. So if you are new, I am one of the plant lovers that got into plants during the pandemic. It started off with my birthday, which was in April, and then everything just skyrocketed from there. With that said, since I am new, still in my plant journey, I haven't really made a lot of educational content because I just feel like there are a lot of other plant enthusiasts out there that are better suited for that. But I have made one educational plant video, and it was how to take care of alocasias, and that happened to be, I think it's my most viewed and most successful video to date, or definitely one of the top 3. And I get a lot of comments that that video really helped a lot of people, and that just makes my day, because I know I make more like planty lifestyle videos, but I do want to make more educational content. I do have some different ideas for videos in my head, in my planner, that I thought about making, but if you guys would want to see more educational and informative videos, then let me know. Let me know in the comments on what you want to see me film. Okay, so that is it for my variegated bird's nest fern. Hopefully she will be happier in this new home. And let me know, guys, if you also have tips on how to take care of a fern, because this is actually my first fern ever. Next plant, and it is the first philodendron that I am restaking with the moss pole that I made. So this is my variegated philodendron giganteum that I got from Miss Kaylee Ellen. And here is just some views of the plant. I'm trying my best to reach. Since there's obviously no power, I can't use my softbox lights to help supplement the light, so hopefully you guys can see well. This is the newest bebe leaf that's coming out. Can you see that? Maybe? Kind of? It's auto-focusing on my face, but this plant is doing really well. I have been using these really slim moss stakes that I got from Amazon, and they did help me a lot when I had tinier plants. So if you do have more dainty, smaller plants like I mentioned, then these are a great option. But as my plants have gotten bigger, these just do nothing. With that said, I kind of went crazy and made like 6 or 7 moss poles, because I have a lot of philodendrons. I have a lot of tall philodendrons. I have a lot of tall philodendrons that had these stakes, and it was serving no purpose. So I made a lot of these, and I'm actually really proud of them, and they were really fun to make and super easy. So this is just PVC hardwire that I got from Amazon. I have a lot of the New Zealand sphagnum moss, and I know a lot of people use plant ties, but I happen to have black zip ties left when I was making my IKEA greenhouse cabinet, so you know what? I'm gonna use that. But anyway, this girl has needed it, so let's see if I can just massage her out. While I'm doing this, I figured I'll just give you guys an update on my Gloriosum that I unboxed last week. And I was a little worried. About her because the root system wasn't as mature as I wanted it. And there was some root rot, which I was very surprised to see because it came from Florida. But the plant is adjusting really well. It's still in water. I want it to get more of a mature root system. It's been in water for a week and I already see nodes coming out. I found this really cute terracotta pot, and that's what we're going to go with. So like I said, soil in the pot, gets in the pot, all of that good stuff. And then we put our moss pole. There's so much involved in a repot, especially when you're filming, because there's a lot you got to think about. So here we go. That goes in there. Let's see. It should probably go, which way should it go? Also, I'm curious, guys, if you enjoy repotting. I know a lot of my plant friends get stressed with repotting because obviously you are messing with your plant. You're taking it out of its environment that it's used to, and there are things that can go wrong during a repot. So I, for one, find it one of the most relaxing and satisfying plant activities, like I've mentioned. But if you feel opposite or you agree with me, let me know. Cool beans. And then I'm going to get my scissors and my plant tape. This is the Velcro tape that everyone loves and uses. I think I only need one piece just to get the base of the plant connected to the moss pole. That took a hot minute, but it was still pretty easy. Now my variegated giganteum can really thrive. Now we're on to the next plant, and this will probably be a pretty long video. If I'm editing this right now, we've gone through 2 plants, and that's probably like 5 or 6 minutes in. So I hope you guys enjoy this, but okay, let's keep moving forward because this video and me talking can last forever. Next up are 2 plants, and I'm going to try and knock these out. And these are 2 plants out of the many that originally came in sphagnum moss, and I am transferring them to soil like I mentioned. So the first one is my Hoya Polyneura. So this is one of my pride and joys, my babies right here. When I got it, it was literally like right here. And then now it's just grown beautifully. The other one is my Hoya Matilde. I love this. I think it's so dainty and just so adorable. I have it in my greenhouse cabinet and it hasn't done a lot. So, you know, I'm hoping once I transfer it to soil, maybe it'll be happier. And whenever I am transferring plants that are going from one medium to the other, I always water them with Super Thrive because obviously this is a big change in their environment. And it always scares me when I have to take some of the moss away from the plant because you can really break off roots and disturb it. So even though there's still a lot of sphagnum on here, this is the most I feel comfortable with. Now these should be pretty fast. Another one of my plant goals, guys, is to be more mindful of my plant spending. Again, I started my plant journey in 2020, and I can't speak to what has happened in the plant market previously because, of course, I was not there. I was not a part of it. But getting into plants at this unique time when a lot of people did because of COVID, everyone, you know, just started getting into plants. And of course, the market just surged, and the market for rare and exotic plants just even skyrocketed. Like, we all know this, and I'm just beating a dead horse. And so when I started my plant journey, and then 6 months later, which was around October, November, but to be honest, I probably realized it in September, I got so many plants in such a short period of time, and my bank account like hurt, and I was just mindlessly spending because, one, I was so immersed in this new passion and plant hobby that I just wanted to be a part of it. You know, I had so much excitement and I wanted to get all these beautiful babies just because I wanted to. And the other thing is, like, of course, I got into the hype and I wanted a lot of the hype plants that you saw out there on Instagram and everything, and I'm not scared to admit that. I'm human. We all get sucked into things, we learn, and I learned. And so I think from the time I started my plant journey, and then around 5-6 months later, I accumulated almost 75 plants. And a lot of those were, you know, I did have common plants, but a lot of those were uncommon to rare plants. And so I spent a lot of money. Just, if I tell you guys, the majority of my plants were uncommon plants, and I reached a point where I had like 75, you can do the math, and I learned. So I really want to be mindful of my plant spending. I made my 2021 plant wish list, I think, at the end of November, and that's when it didn't fully hit me yet how much plants I had and how much money that I spent. And if I had to combine all of those plants into a grand total, and this is just my thoughts coming out of my head right now, all of those plants probably would have cost $7,000 or $8,000, which is insane. But I will get back to this point. I did finish my Polyneura, looks super cute, and now I'm gonna go to my Hoya Matilde. $7,000 to $8,000 is a lot of money for like any person out there, honestly. And so It was shortly after that video, I think around December, beginning of December, I was like, there's no way I am going to actually get a lot of these plants, and I'm not going to allow myself to anyway. Probably out of that list, I'll only purchase 2 or 3 of those plants. I'm not saying I'll only get 2 or 3 plants for the entire year of 2021, because you may find a plant that you love that's on a great sale, has a great deal to it. You may just be at a nursery and pick up a plant. I'm not saying that, but out of that list particularly, I'm probably only going to buy 2 or 3 of them because I need to be more mindful of my spending. And I wonder if anyone else has done that same, I don't want to say mistake, or has learned the same lesson I have when it comes to plant spending and not getting so much into the hype of what's popular. I am going to switch, obviously, and do the next plant that needs to be staked up. So it is going to be my Monstera Soriana aurea. I originally, you can see, staked her right here, but you can tell she's growing that way. So the moss pole really has to be on this side since it's going up. It's no surprise that I've been really into my philodendrons. And for my birthday, guys, honestly, my wish list plant is a huge, I'm talking huge, bigger than my Gloriosa. I'm probably the same size as my Musa. I want a huge, highly variegated philodendron Josebono. That is the plant that I want, that I have been eyeing, and I know that is going to be my birthday plant. From my 2021 plant wish list, a plant that I really, really want, even though it has such a high price tag, is the variegated Monstera aurea. Just the regular Deliciosa aurea. I love fenestrations, I love yellow variegation, but that plant costs about, you know, $100. So obviously that's a very long shot. Maybe at the end of the year, but I have to show you guys, these roots on this Dandeliana look very healthy. They're thicker than I thought. I see a lot of white roots coming in, so it looks beautiful. I don't think I have anything else to say on this particular topic. I think I have blabbed enough. So I am just going to be silent with this plant and repot it, and we will go to the next one. We are down to the wire, guys. I have one more plant that I am transferring from moss to soil, and I have 2 more philodendrons that I am going to stake up. So I am going to actually do my philodendron silver sword, and this girl has been needing it. Like, you can tell that she is sideways. She's really outgrown this. I'm so happy to say, as this plant's gotten more mature, the leaves have been like massive. They've been super massive. Can you guys see that? Yeah, they have been just super massive and so, so beautiful. Now, this is going to be really interesting to repot, in the sense, because of how tall the plant is. So let me get this going. My last plant intention really that I want to talk about is, I'm not sure if you'll necessarily see this on my channel. You may, but this is just more of a personal goal when it comes to plants, is be more knowledgeable about other varieties. Now, I feel like I have learned a lot about plants in the 9 months, maybe? The 9 months that I've been a part of this hobby, and I am very proud of that. Like, don't get me wrong, I am extremely proud of that. I know most of my knowledge is about, you know, aroids. I do have more common species, and I have a good balance that I'm comfortable with as far as aroids and non-aroids, but I do want to know more about different varieties. Like, I know nothing about Dieffenbachias. Am I saying that I'll ever get a Dieffenbachia? Maybe, maybe not, but I just want to know more about them. Caladiums, that's something else. Bromeliads, I know nothing about. I really want to just be more well-rounded in my plant education. I want to be more well-rounded. This is just an off-the-topic kind of thing about fertilizers. I get really confused about fertilization often on what the best fertilizers are to use. I know there's like different debates if like a fertilizer that has high nitrogen actually makes plants revert. I saw that as a debate or just topic of discussion in some of the Facebook plant groups. So I just want to be more well-rounded. We are almost done, guys. I know you can't really see the entire plant in the frame. I apologize, but just wait until you see the last philodendron that I have to repot, because that is going to be a monster. And I will tell you right now, it is my Philodendron Florida Beauty, and she's kind of right here. I have no idea how I'm going to tackle that while being on frame, to be honest, because that thing is like, I don't know, 2 feet tall, and she's crazy. And this is my Philodendron Hastatum Silver Sword. Looks so much better. I had to upgrade its pot. Now I'm going to put this down. I'm running out of room. And I am going to do my Philodendron Strawberry Shake. So this is my little baby. I know it doesn't look like much right now. There is a new leaf coming out and I cannot wait. This was an expensive plant too, I know. And I do kind of agree that strawberry shakes in their baby form don't look the cutest, but hey, I still appreciate it. And this root system is so good for this tiny plant. You can see these like burgundy beet red roots, and I am going to stick it in this little square 4-inch pot. This will be super simple. I already have this soil right here that I am going to use. What else can we talk about, guys? As you're seeing this, I did pass 700 subscribers, so I am so close to 1,000. I am going to see if I can hit 1,000 by my 1-year anniversary on YouTube, and I think my anniversary on YouTube is end of May, beginning of July, so I will keep you guys updated. I am thinking of doing something very celebratory, probably a giveaway on a cutting that I have, because you guys, like, I love y'all. And I can't believe, again, I said this earlier, I am just beating a dead horse and just repeating everything that I've said, that I love you guys. You guys give me so much support and enthusiasm and great feedback on my videos. I'm happy that you guys just really resonate with my plant story, my personality, and resonate with the content that I make. So let me know. I'm thinking maybe I'll give away a cutting of my Philodendron White Princess. What else? I'm just kind of looking around. Maybe my Philodendron White Princess could be a Florida Beauty cutting, you know? You'll never know. So make sure you keep updated on my videos and see what I do for my 1,000 subscriber mark. All right, plant fam, it is the final plant of this video and the one that will take all of my brain cells to repot and restake. And it is my Philodendron Florida Beauty. And let me get it. And I'm telling you now, she's not going to be in frame. So this is the plant. I won this on eBay from Logi's in the summer. I've sold like 3 cuttings, but this is the mother plant. It is the mother plant. Like, yeah, there is some reversion. This is the newest leaf that has fully developed and it's all green, but I knew that was going to happen because of the weather in Houston. It's been, except for this winter freeze we have going on, it's generally been 70 degrees outside and no sun, so I'm not surprised. But I got this moss pole from Amazon, but it's not made for this pot. It's like a 6 or 8 inch pot, and you can tell it's just way too long on the bottom. It's flimsy and she needs a better home. I apologize, guys, that this will be kind of a mess. This is the Big Mom Moss Pole. It looks smaller on camera, but this thing is probably like 2.5 feet. Like, she's tall. If you're still here, guys, leave me a green heart in the comments. I would love to see how many of you guys are still with me while I repot everything. And if you guys are still here, then that means you are seeing this monstrosity and you get to see the good stuff, the finale. So I'm just massaging these roots, really healthy roots, nice root system. I'm happy about that. I don't want to disturb it too much. That should honestly be fine. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I have. Again, I normally don't do repots that often, so I hope this is something that you guys really enjoyed. And we are at the tail end. I will come back with you guys once I get everything going and we are ready for the outro. That is it, guys. Thank you for sticking with me in this entire video of like the 7 plants that we did. I appreciate you guys like always. If you actually enjoy my repots, let me know as well. There's a lot that I want to know from you guys apparently in this video. But that is it. The next video I am thinking of will probably be a collection video or maybe a nursery tour. So if you are new and like all things planty, then subscribe to my channel. That means so much, and I will see y'all in the next one.